Hey, what's going on there, youth pastors? Paul Turner here from the discipleproject.net here with another great video for you today. And today I want to talk about making room for Jesus. That was the lesson I just taught this past Wednesday. I want to share it with you. Before I do that, though, if you're brand new here to the channel, thank you so much for being a part today. Would love if you click that subscribe button down there and you'll get videos like this in your inbox on a regular basis. So making room for Jesus involves these three squares that are on the floor there. Each of those squares represents a student's time of life. It represents the big squares for when they're small children, the smaller squares when they're a teenager, and the really tiny one over here, well, that one is for when they're adult. And each one of those represents the time that they have, right? So when you're small, you have a lot of time. You're just running, playing, picking your nose, whatever you want to do, right? Playing in the mud. When you become a teenager, well, then you have a ton of other things that are going on, right? Your life starts to fill up very, very quickly. And then when you're an adult, well, it gets even more crowded. And the question is, how are you going to make room for Jesus? If you don't make room for Jesus now, the time that we have just gets smaller and smaller. And so what I did is I challenged them. I said, all right, so before I got into anything else, I said, hey, I want you guys to see if you can, how many people can you fit in the big square, right? Just fit in the big square. So let me go ahead and show you some video of what that looked like.
What a way to carry though. Why don't we try that on this one though?
Yeah, can y'all get over
Hey, can we try this one again?
Yes, try that. Yes, you can feel free to try that one again. Have you figured out a new formation?
Standing like this
And then
across.
what the
Yeah,
crap?
Sean, get over here.
But I need to get on first, right?
No, it's okay.
No,
I'm not hopping in that
Just
square.
jump, dummy.
No,
Get
put
the
y'all's
cushion.
arms
Get
down.
the cushion. Over here.
No, get the
The
chair.
footrest.
Okay, already everybody's feet is not in. I can tell you
Hey,
that.
y'all.
You're
Hey,
touching
somebody-
lines.
You step out first.
You're touching lines.
You struggle a little bit.
Okay, come on. We gotta get some more people in. You gotta get some more people in.
You're good. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I can't fit in that
We should try my method, guys. Everyone's
Come on.
Look how big your feet are.
Now, clearly you saw they didn't do such a great job of fitting everything in there. Well, then what I did is I went ahead and put some tape on them with a label. And that label had something on it. It was school, phone, internet, sports, all those things. And I said, guys, I want you to try it again. The question is, what are you going to leave out so that you could maximize and fit the most amount of stuff into that square? Well, they still didn't do a great job, as you can see in that video. But let me tell you something. I told them, I said, if you can't fit Jesus in now, how in the world do you think you're going to fit Jesus as that time constraint gets smaller and smaller? And really, what my goal was in talking to them about this was, listen, it's not just about what you're leaving out, putting in all this. It's about integrating Jesus into your life, into every aspect of your life. And so that you're not leaving anything out. You're simply allowing Jesus to flow in your sports life, in your church time, in your youth time, in your academics, whatever it is, that Jesus is a part of those things. He's not just left out. It's not separate. He's integrated into all of those things. And so listen, if you would like the full lesson that I'm teaching you right now, scriptures, the whole thing, how I broke it down, it is absolutely 100% free for you. So there's a link down there. If you just sign up for my newsletter, you'll get this lesson. It has all the scriptures, all the slides, all the stuff. You can download it, teach it to your students, because let me tell you something, your students need to know how to make room for Jesus now, because as they get older, you know this as an adult, as a youth worker, sometimes we struggle to have Jesus a part of everything. And so how much more do they need to know how to learn the principle of, say, look, we all get the same amount of time. We have to know how to put Jesus into our lives in every aspect. So, but that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. If you did, be sure and click that thumbs up button. That tells me you like the video and you want more of them. And until next time, guys, you guys have an awesome youth meeting. We'll talk to you later.